What day is this?
I have no idea.
Wednesday the 5th.
Oh, I need to wish my sister happy birthday. Happy birthday, Heidi.
You're gonna have to make a separate video for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You guys need to share. We'll deal with that in just a minute.
There's no wind. So.
Oh, Mommy! For some reason, whenever I am close to the door, I start to cough.
Weird.
All right, we're trying to make a video now. We've been camping now for 2 weeks. And we were making arrangements to start excavating, and I put a post up.
Please stop.
Actually, it was a text message. I sent a text message to a group and just asked if anybody had any machinery that we could use, and then I got referred to a couple of excavating companies. I got referred to a couple of machine rental companies, and the machine rental companies were going to be really expensive, and they wanted to have an account set up to do it, and they wanted you to call your insurance company and get a special $1 million liability insurance for it. And while I was dealing with calling all these places, I continued to get more places that I could be referred to that had equipment. And I called a couple excavation companies and was going to have them come out last Monday, which was a week and a half ago. And that same day, I also got referred to a guy that used to build roads, and he's just got a ton of equipment, and he's just a really nice guy. He's really generous and really loves helping people out. He was actually, I went and picked him up and brought him out here to look at the property, and he said, oh yeah, we can get this knocked out in a week. So last Monday, we were supposed to, so it was the Friday before last Monday that I talked to him, and then Monday came, and we went to get in touch with him, and he was like, oh yeah, some people have that equipment right now, and that when they're done with it, then we'll have it, but there's no idea when they're going to be done with this equipment. And we're like, okay, well, we'll talk to you tomorrow, I guess. And so then Tuesday came, and we were asking him about it, and he said, oh, it broke down on them. They ordered a part, so they're waiting on a part. And when that gets there, they'll fix it, and they'll finish up their job that they're working on. And because I had gotten in touch with this guy, and I thought it was going to be a really cool thing that we were going to get this done free, just with the cost of fuel and the time to do it. I had called the people that were going to come out that Monday and give me an estimate, and told them not to worry about it because I had it covered. And so we didn't have a backup. And now it's a week and a half after when we were supposed to start excavating, and there's no telling when we're ever going to see this equipment, because the guy that owns the equipment doesn't have the number of the guy that has it. It's just whenever anybody needs to get a hold of him, they call him, and he's not very tech savvy, so he doesn't have anybody's numbers stored anywhere. He's got post-it notes everywhere with phone numbers, including mine, and so nothing is stored in his phone, and so I couldn't even get the number to contact the guy who has it to get a straight story as to when the equipment might be available. So we're kind of at a standstill right now. I've looked at other options. I'm about ready to just get a skid steer and start working at it, because we need to get this stuff done. And I talked to the excavator that I was going to have come out and give us a quote, and he might be able to haul up some other equipment that this other guy has so that we can use it. But I can't get a hold of him right now. There's a fire over kind of by where he's living and the road is shut down, so I don't know if that's going to affect us. But feeling a little discouraged with this huge setback. We thought we were looking good and it was going to be a huge blessing being able to get rolling on this without a huge expense and save all that money, and now we're nowhere. We've got everything all mowed and ready to go. I've got everything staked off where we need to excavate. I've got the transit set up to figure out exactly how deep we need to go, and we're stuck right now.
Well, we're out here in the wild.
I guess technically.
There's mountain lions and bears, and
Yeah,
we're in tents.
Ingrid loses sleep every time she hears some kind of rustle outside the tent. She's up for hours waiting to hear another rustle. Grab the gun and defend us. But yeah, that's where we're at. We haven't really made any progress. It's been fun hanging out in the heat, doing nothing, making posts, doing research. He's changed his tune. He thought it was fun at first, but they always find something to do. There's stuff that keeps these kids busy
they're
during
bored
the day.
for 5 minutes and then they find something exciting.
Yeah. And we are camping, but we have the ability to go and shower at that guy's house that has the equipment, one of his other houses, and do laundry. But we don't want to intrude too much, so we're trying to keep that to a minimum and just hang out at the property and just tough out how hot it is out here and try and find stuff to do. And swims in the river are nice for cooling off. They wear the kids out too. This has all been kind of an interesting journey for us, but it'll be worth it when it's all over.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be lots of days like this.
Yeah.
That are lows and frustrating.
And honestly, the kids get on my nerves a lot. Spending this much time with them, it's good, but yeah, honestly.
We've spent more time with Jeff in the last, well, I was saying this a week and a half ago, but we spent, as much time with him in that first week and a half or so of being out here more than we spent with him in the last year. So now we've made it for 2 years.
And I like it. So I was working so much and got kind of this false sense of security that we would have that steady paycheck every week and that we didn't have anything to worry about. And then you realize when you lose your job that you're really not in control. And we kind of stressed about it for a little bit at the beginning, like the day that the ball started rolling, that seemed like I was going to be losing my job. But then I was at peace with it because, I wasn't really treated very well at that job. I was underappreciated. I busted my butt for that company, and then there was always just something. There was bad communication all the time, and it was just the only thing that was keeping me there was the pay. The pay was really good, and it was nice having that steady paycheck, but I didn't really love my job. And I've had other businesses that I've done on the side while working for them that I've been a lot happier doing, but was too afraid to pull the trigger and actually just quit my job and do my business full time. And so this whole experience is just helping me to appreciate not working for a company anymore and being my own boss and kind of being able to make my own decisions and make my own schedule and
get sleep every night.
That's a nice thing.
He wasn't getting enough sleep.
That's for sure. But yeah, so it's helping me to understand, I don't just want to jump back into another job working for another company where they're setting my schedule, where I'm not seeing my family again. And it's nice now that my eyes have been open to what I've been missing, to have this opportunity to kind of reevaluate what's important and make the decision to just go head first into trying to be a business owner and not go and work for another company. And it's hard work. It's very tiring doing all of the things that we're doing, trying to start this YouTube channel. It's tiring doing the research to get the information that you need to build a house from start to finish, and get people that you're trying to work with to communicate with you.
Especially with COVID going on.
Yeah.
Even calling the government offices here to get soil tests set up, or
to get
information just in general about what they require.
Yeah, with the electrical permit that we were wanting to pull, I had called the office and was trying to find out exactly what we were going to need, and it took her 3 days to call me back. So we were just waiting to get information so that we could get the ball rolling on it.
And then the information wasn't super clear. I had to call them back again, do a bunch of research online, and then eventually we're like, let's just go in there.
Yeah, so
into the office.
We've never built a house from scratch before. I've done a lot of construction work. I've done a lot of finished carpentry. I've done a lot of remodels. I've done different aspects of stuff that has to do with building a house, but I've never been involved this deep into the process early on, and don't really understand what it takes. But we're committed to this project. We want to make it happen, and so we're going to figure out all these little things along the way, and you're going to get to experience them with us if you can support us and subscribe and share. But we can't do it without you guys. This is kind of like our dream that, we want to escape the daily grind and just risk everything to come out here and build our dream with our family and prove that it can be done, that risks have to be taken in order to reap a reward, and there are no large rewards without large risk. So hopefully us proving that it can be done can help you guys who are contemplating doing the same thing to pull the trigger and just go ahead and jump in and do it.
Even if it doesn't turn out how you envision it in the beginning, you'll make tons of memories and have learning and experiences along the way. I mean, we've already learned a lot.
Yeah. Yep.
We haven't accomplished much, but
I've learned how much I despise camping. No, I already knew how much I didn't like that, but I knew going into this that there was going to be this camping period, and I knew that it was going to take that sacrifice to make this happen, and I was willing to do it.
Yeah, we didn't think the camping period would be quite this extensive.
But it's a really humbling experience. We're relying heavily on what Heavenly Father wants for us.
Mm-hmm.
Like, before, we took a lot of things for granted, like running water, indoor plumbing, laundry.
Yeah.
Our purple mattress, not a sponsor yet. So just these things that we thought were like really nice in our lives, but never really could grasp how valuable they were to us until we didn't have them anymore. So microwaves, stoves, ovens,
a big trash can that you can just put all the stinky, nasty stuff in.
Yeah.
And you don't have to collect it in a bag in the back of your van and
Yeah.
smell it every time
Yeah.
you drive somewhere.
And a lot of our stuff is in the van, like stuff that we need access to, so it's just clutter everywhere. It's frustrating not being able to.
Is it time to look at this?
I feel like a hoarder.
Yeah. it does kind of feel like hoarding. And we don't have access to anything. All of our stuff is buried in our shipping container.
Yeah, we keep finding things that we're like, oh yeah, that got buried.
Yeah, we're like,
Like
oh, where is
some of
that?
our food.
Don't know.
The kids' floaties, we had to go buy new floaties.
Yeah. So it's an experience going through all this, but like I said, we know that it's gonna be difficult, but it'll be worth it when it's all said and done.
But not on my face.
It's worth it.
It is worth it.